Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in the lab. What I do. I done beat this book up so bad. I'm down to taking pages out. But it's all about the information. And I got two pieces of information, 2 pages of information that I think you'll enjoy. Let's do what we do. Appreciate you. You know the deal. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission, that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. Right thinkers, if you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we going with this? So I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And always to my yacht be true. Balance, balance, and more balance. Let's go. Talk about balance. Right thinkers, let's talk about the 9 parts of the spirit. What? I thought the spirit was just one spirit. Again, there you go with your thoughts. So this is why I'm here to enlighten you with information that you can actually use. Trust me on that one. That's the price. That's the benefits of being a right thinker. The information you get from me is usable. Let's go. So 9 parts of the spirit, and you see right here with just the page now. I want to show you the book. I put the 9 there, but you see the 9 parts of the spirit. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna break them down from 1 to 9, and then we go into the heart. Another lesson, but let's get this one out the way. 9 parts of spirit. It starts with the Ba, the Sahu, the Kabet, the Kahu, the Ka, the Sekhim, the Ab, the Kat, the Kot, excuse me, and the Ren. These are all aspects and concepts of your spirit that our ancients knew about way back then. Watch this. This is going to be good. This is a phrase written by Egyptian mystical wisdom. Okay, author unknown, but this is the mystical wisdom of our ancients. It says, "O people of the earth, men and women, born and made of elements." We wasn't technically evolved to talk about molecules and atoms and all this, that, that. No, we didn't have the periodical chart. No, we didn't have none of that. So we just said elements. We knew that. Okay. But with the spirit of the divine, when you hear divine, divine is God. Understand that. And where? Within you. So God is in you. We've been telling you that since the beginning. If anybody tell you God is somewhere out there, don't trust them. Moving on, just a quick lesson. God dwells within his creation. When you rise, if and when you rise from your sleep of ignorance of who you are, we got a lot of that going on right now. My goal is to try to wake us up best I could. That's why I'm on my job, on my grind daily. Be sober and a right thinker. Positive thoughts. And realize that your home is not here on earth. This is the place for the body. This is the place for the physical elements. And the body will dissolve back into the earth and become nutrients like it is. That's what it's made of. But it tells you your home is that place up there, not made with human hands. We call it heaven. Okay? The Egyptians call it Urantif. But it's a place where the spirits go to just chill for eternity. That's the concept. But concept, earth is not home. And the only way you go home is to know thyself. Why? Where's home? You can't know home without knowing thyself. That's how you get it home. Okay? Having, what's this? But in the light. Your home is not here on earth, but in the light. I just gave you a lesson. The realm of light. That's pure energy. That's where the spirits are. Why have you delivered yourselves unto death? What do you mean, Hut? Yeah, we are spiritual divine beings having a human experience. We don't know we're spiritually divine. We think and believe that we're human. That's our ignorance. That's my point I'm trying to get across to all those who understand this concept and follow it. Once you get that part, now you know where you're going. Now you got a plan. Now you got an understanding of what you should be doing for yourself. It's a philosophy that can be mastered, that can be manifested by all those who practice it and try it. And every religion practices it and tries it. First thing is, why? Okay, what do you mean you delivered yourself unto death? That means you are ignorant of who you are, and you do not understand how having power to partake in your immortality once you realize who you are. That's the ticket. It's up here. Why have, okay, first thing they want you to do is what? Repent. How do you repent? Change your life. If what you're doing is wrong, if you don't like what you're doing, stop doing it and start doing the other thing. The right. You ain't got but two choices, right or wrong. Simple as that. If what you're doing ain't right, it must be wrong, so you need to go the other way. Do a 180, flip it, and start doing something else. It works. Trust me. Anybody who came out of prison, anybody who's been down on their luck and had a chance to better themselves by what? Following or practicing a religion or philosophy that put them where they wanted to be. Back into the system of what? How knowing themselves. Become a person again. Be it addiction, bad relationships, whatever. You had to find yourself where? Within yourself. That's where God is. He ain't outside. Okay, understand that. And watch this. This is going to tell you. Repent and what? Change your minds. The way you think, the way you act. Change. That's how it's done. Depart. Here you go. From what? From the dark light. Okay, darkness. Not light. But the dark light and what? Forsake corruption forever. I used to be a drug dealer. I'm never going to do that again. Simple as that. Why? I made a change. I know better. That's why. And those who play that game think they're going to win, like Trump said about the election, it's rigged. Not in your favor. But that's the whole part about living in ignorance, okay? Those powers that be, they're not ignorant. They very intelligent. And what they don't want you to be is intelligent as them. Like in the Garden of Eden, the serpent told, listen, you be just like that guy. If you eat that apple, you have knowledge of self just like him. But the serpent's the bad guy. We ain't gonna talk about that. I still can't get over that one. But y'all still fall for the okey doke. I call it banana in the tailpipe. The guy who tell you, don't do this. Why? Don't worry about it. The guy here said, listen, man, got holes in you. He pissing in your face and telling you it's raining. Don't go for the okey doke. Get knowledge. I'm giving it to you. Wrapping this up, I'm getting to my lesson. Sorry about that, but I had to get that one in. When you depart from your dark light, meaning evil, bad, deceitful ways, egoistic stuff, and you forsake corruption forever, you purify your heart with what? Goodness, righteousness. No more negative, egoistic, deceitful actions. That's how you end corruption in your life forever. You prepare to what? Blend your souls with your eternal light. That little bit of light in mine, that spark from God, that's the little light. Why? It's inside all of us. He put it there. That was He did for us. And watch this. Prepare to blend your soul with the eternal light. Spirit that's within, that little light. The rays, that little light, God projects into millions. Every human being have it. Millions of human beings and even objects such as plants, nature. In humans, the projection is in 9 main parts. We about to talk about them. These are the parts of the human spirit. See that right there? No, that's not the referee saying touchdown in the NFL. Touchdown. That's your car. Break that down for you too. Two arms raised, connected at the base in adoration. Pay respects. Okay. The other one's like this. They tell you it's the dua, but it's really sign of admiration. Let's go. It's the dua, excuse me. That's what it is. They tell you this is another lesson. I ain't going there right now. Let's get to this lesson. First one, there's 9 of them. The first one is the ba. Check this out. The ba is your heart, soul, which dwells in the ka. Okay, watch this. With the power to metamorphose, meaning it's going to change. It's able to change. Why? It ascends. Sometimes described as the soul. Watch this. Or I use the word higher self. I like that one. Okay, supreme being, God, whatever you want to call it, netter. And it's seen as a spark. There you go. From what? The universal ba, the original God that he put it, the Omega, the robots, the spark of life. They had the same thing, the same concept. I like it because they put it in animation and everybody missed it all. Megatron, fighting against Decepticons. Decepticons, what? Deceivable. Deceptive, they're not good. Got good robots and deceptive robots. That's the concept. But they were putting it in context. Same stuff I'm giving you. They took it and put it in animation. I love it. I see it. Why? Because I recognize a lot of people don't. I just saw a movie. I said, no, they trying to save the world. Boy, keeping the spark. If the spark go out, we die. Existence is over. That was the concept. They're protecting God. Okay, moving on. Sorry about that. Where we at? But this much of Ba. Now, the Ba, your higher self, is seen as a spark. Okay, from the supreme God. One, the Ba, universal Ba is God's spirit in everything. The individual Ba is yours. So your head have to go on it. It's a falcon or eagle, but it has to have your head, meaning you have to become conscious. I love it. I hope you understand it. But the Ba, excuse me, may be dialogue with and can be a spiritual guide. Hello. To the what? The developing individual Ba. Knowing thyself. You want to know who you are. The equivalent of the Hindu, they call it the Atman. It is the indescrutable, eternal, and immortal spark of life. Again, everybody call it something different, but it's the same thing. God. Everybody explain it, express it different, but it's still the same thing. It is not affected. Your soul and spirit is not affected while it's in the body by anything that may happen in the senses of the body. Mind or intellect, your higher mind is not affected by things that go on in the lower self. Okay, it's upstairs. Just looking at that, you don't concern yourself with that. Moving on. I told you before, he just along for the ride. He can't get out. He can't get off. He can't stop. He just in it. So he ain't like my man Boys of the Hood. Cupid Gooden said, "Let me out." Your spirit can't ask out of the body. It's got to go through the nonsense conceptually. That's my little idea. All right, analogy. Through the mind, the ba, which is, listen, your soul consciousness. Excuse me. Projects and keeps together an aggregated or a physical element, which is all brought on by the elements of the body: earth, air, water, and fire. Those are elements that the body is made of. Again, into what? A coagulated physical body that is called physical body. I love this. When the soul has no more use, watch this, for the physical body, meaning when it's no longer functionable, riddled with disease or killed or whatever, old age, it's leaving. Okay? It's going to sprout its wings. And if your head is not on, the spirit, when it leaves, it's got to go find another body. It can't go home. Why? It don't know where home is. It don't know who it is. Conceptually. Hope you understand this. Let's go. I'm almost get through. This is just the first one. This might take a minute. Sorry about that, but yeah, this is a good lesson. And when the soul, again, has no more use, what happens? It discards and returns to what? The universal body. Go back home. If it's enlightened. There's the caveat right there to all our ancient ancestors' concepts. They live to what? To die, to go to the afterlife. Why? They know if they live a righteous, virtuous life here, that's the ticket. That's why. Well, why we here? Why I gotta? You do what you want to do. You got free will. Do whatever you want to do. Then you can get reincarnated until you figure out what you need to do, which is know thyself. Moving on. Now, unless it is enlightened, or it may seek what? Experience where? In another body, a spiritual or astral body, where it may exist where? In heaven, the realm of light, only if it passed the test. If it is not enlightened, it will what? Tune into another frequency, an aggregate of what elements put together body. They say you create the body before you come here. What they're saying is the body accumulates, become from the spirit. It goes into a newborn baby and the fetus and works its way through life again for the experience. For the experience, we're spiritual beings, human having a human experience for the experience, for the education. This is school. Earth is the school for the spirit to learn who it is so it can go home. How about that conception? I just come up with that concept, the idea. All right, here you go. But it's called the realm of light. Why? Because the elements that make the body will consider to be what? Reincarnated. If the light don't have knowledge of itself, it's not enlightened. It's got to find another body and go through the rigors of life experience. Again, aka reincarnation. Okay? That's the concept of the Bible. And if you don't understand that, you can pretty much forget the lesson. Why? You ain't gonna be able to understand it. If you ain't getting that first part, what right here I just gave you, this might not be for you. You might have to go to my other lessons. But let's talk about number 2, the Ka. The Ka is an abstract personality, which is your ego self. Who you think and believe you are, that's your Ka. You can't destroy it. You want to put it in a place where it serves you. Your ego spiritual twin is the twin to your conscious. It's the subconscious, which harbors your desires, your concept of self. From babies, they know how to get attention. Cry, well, they know people would come take care of them when they were. So they know that's the ego self. Me, me, me. I. You grow with that. In 7 years, it's full blown. But the ethereal body, which possesses what? The power of locomotion and survives what? After death of the physical body. Okay? The Ka is part of the body, but it's the twin to the body, to the Ka, the body, excuse me. But watch this. It is the ethereal double containing the other parts. The concept of what? The Ka was known even in India, and the word was also known in the Indian god Brahma had a what? A Ka, which is also a soul twin. Understand it. Number 3, the Ka, the concept, personality, the physical body. This is the Ka. Okay, we don't want to the spirit, the body. We don't want to the Ka. All that's inside the physical body. Now we're going to number 4. Pay attention. You're gonna learn something today. The ab. We call it the heart. They call it the ab. I got a picture of someone on the other page right there. You see, like a vase, because it said the heart is the container of all things that's in man. That's where God dwells. So he sits there and he gathers. That's Pandora's box. It's opened up at Judgment Day. And if what's in there keeps your heart light as a feather, good, you pass. If it's heavy, boom, problems. That's the concept. Let's talk about the ab, because this is where it all begins. This is the heart. Now, it's spelled, the ab is what? The conscious. And it's spelled, remember, CONSCIENCE. That means it's a science behind the heart. There's a proven science that tells you about the heart from ancient times. I can tell you, they just found out 40 years ago that the heart got a bigger brain than the brain that's in your head. We knew that a long time ago. They didn't even save the brain. They threw it out. They didn't even collect it in a jar. You got the 4 jars to collect the internal parts. The brain ain't none of that. They throw it away. Why? It's only good to you. It's yours, your gift. And when it runs out, that's it. The spirit is God's gift. It don't run out conceptually. So, but I had to get that in. So let's talk about this heart. The ab of the man is his own God. God dwells in man. The heart of man is no longer secret. The ab, or your conscious, spelled like I told you, CONSCIENCE, is the source of what we call the goddess Mishkanet. We know it as karma. Okay? Why? You reap what you sow. And the concept is karma. And the mother of reincarnation. Her job is to see if you don't get it right. Come on, I got you. I'm gonna help you out. That's the concept. But the ab, remember your IRE, your action. You make your own karma. Good karma, pass, reward. Bad karma, punishment by death. Plain and simple. The ab represents the heart. It is the symbol of the mind. The conscious, spelled again, COSCINCE, mean it's been proven. And also the repository of what? Your subconscious desires, which cause what? The mind to be in a perpetual state of motion and change, restlessness. Heart, mind, coherence. They got to come together and work as one. That's your job. I'm trying to help you do just that. Forgot why? Because I've done it. That's how I know that. Whatever technique they got, whatever philosophical point they have, and they could be a bunch. I don't know them. I just know the one I use. That's what I can tell you about that one. Don't need a whole bunch. All you can use is one. You can't do but one function at a time. The computer and everything else can't perform but one function at a time. Fast, quick, yeah, but still just one. Moving on. Yours can do a lot more than that. So your brain, this thing is way better than any computer that man made. Why? This is the original. That's why all you got to do is use it. It's unlimited. It's limitless. Why? What you can conceive, you can achieve. Think unlimited. Think unlimited. Right thinkers think unlimited. Moving on. Watch this. No. As these desires can never be, I keep telling you, the egoistic desires, they come from the heart because you feel, but they are dealt with self. Those things are not good. You will never be happy with physical pleasures and joys. Money, fortune, fame will never make you happy or satisfy you spiritually. But I don't care. Moving on. And it will never be fulfilled by earthly experiences or forms and objects of the physical world in time and space. And at death, what happens? The ignorant soul, the unenlightened soul, will harbor all those unfulfilled desires. They're going to always be there. They're going to always be there. That's why you're going to get reincarnated, because you're still harboring desires in the physical world. Okay, come on back. Which will lead to further incarnations. Again, go to light. Don't go to light. No, whoa. Light is the trick coming back here. Go to the dark. Oh, I ain't going there. That's why it knows. Ignorance don't want to go where it don't know. When you have further incarnation because of your ignorance, and you are constantly in search in every lifetime for self-fulfillment, that will never happen until you realize that. That's what you're going to be doing. And at this point, it is described in chapter 30, in line 3 from the Egyptian book of Coming Forth by Day. Same way y'all quote verse and stuff in the Bible, we do the same thing with our book. Watch this. My heart, which is the mother of my coming into being. Any man who didn't come by way of his mother, let me know. I'll wait. No, I ain't got that much time. Why? Because we all came through the same portal. Okay? That's the portal that we come through. Heaven between a woman's legs. Okay, now it's death for y'all young people because y'all done polluted that thing. Another lesson. I gave y'all that one about the sex thing. But let's talk about it. The ab undergoes the examination at death by who? Thought, your mind. Thought, one's own wisdom faculty. Remember him, the scribe that keeps track of everything. He's going to be there at death, and he keeps records. And that's your own heart will fashion, which is your mother's, one's own fate. You will be judged by what you do. Simple as that. When you come into being, you're in the womb. You be created according to one's what? Your will and your desires, which are what? Based on one's understanding, level of wisdom about one's true self. If you are ignorant of yourself, you don't have a clue. You're just going through life, and you are guaranteed reincarnated. But thus, the new is fashioned in accordance with what? With what he or she has done during their previous lives. You hear him say lives, meaning they've done it before. Okay, you get the concept? We knew that. Again, now we number 5. Okay, that's the app. I got a whole lesson for the app coming up. But let's get to this 9 parts. I see the clock. I got to roll a little bit faster. So let me try to get them down right quick. Less storytelling, more educating. The kabat is a shadow, is associated with the ba, from which it receives nourishment. Like the moon sucked up energy from the sun in the daytime, the moon just gathered energy. Why? Because at night it's going to solar. They were the first solar. Why? It sucks up the energy from the sun, and at night it radiates. I'm on this thing, boy. I like this. But watch this. Now let's talk about the kabat. That's the spirit that's in the soul, which receives nourishment from the soul. It has the power. It has the power to locomotion and omnipresence. It's always going to be there. It's going nowhere. Okay, one lesson down. This is the rest of the book right here. So I'm gonna stack it over here and keep it moving. Let's go. All right, now number 6, my favorite number. The Ku is spelled KHU. Now the Ku is the spirit soul, which is immortal. That's the part that's immortal, and it is associated with what? Your body, which is also your spirit, and it is also an ethereal being, meaning it's eternal. It's going to be immortal. It can't die. Moving on. Number 7, we getting there. The Sahu. The Sahu is the glorious spirit body in which the Ku, which we just talked about, and the Ba dwells. All the diseases in there. When integrated, mean work together, or enlightened, the spirit and the mental attributes, heart, mind, coherence, come together, and of the natural body, they are united to what? New powers of its own nature. You know who you are. You become a enlightened being, a Sahu. Watch this. The Sahu is the goal of all right thinkers, of aspiration. It is the reason for human existence, to become, you ready? God-like when? While still alive on earth. That's the goal of all right thinkers, to become God-like through knowledge of self and righteous and virtuous living. That's how it's done, and there is no other way. That's the only way. And if that's what you see, yeah, he was right, because that's the only way. Now, number 8, second. We heard about it before. That's the powerful spiritual personification of what? The vital life force. The spark in man and woman. Okay, the spark, the spirit. Its dwelling place is in the heavens with the Kus, the enlightened ones. Sekhem also denotes the potency, erectile power, or force used in fashioning one's own glorious what? New body for resurrection. Resurrection and reincarnation, 2 different things. Resurrection is going to rise. Reincarnation is going to get done again. That's the difference. One's going that way and one's going that way. Vertical, horizontal. Okay? You want to go vertical. So, but the second is the power force that's in you, that's waiting to be resurrected. Last one, number 9. Why is the name Ren so important? This is, I'm going to show you the picture of that earlier. That's it, the vase. But the Ren means, watch this. This is important. Last one, number 9. The name, your name, essentially the attribute to the personification of your whole being. What's your name? We all have one. The name is sometimes found, what? Encircled by a rope of light that they call the shanu, but they call it the cartouche. The cartouche is the little thing, the name side of it, the rope that goes around, but the rope is the shanu, they call it the shanu. That's for eternity. Your name should go down in eternity. That's why it was important that it put there, and watch why. But they call it, cartouche is a French name. I just found that out through studying. I just got that. I've been calling cartouche for the longest. See, we learn as we go. But it's called a cartouche from the French. We French? Nope. Which is associated with, I just told you, the shin. Shanu, they called it. I know that now. But I knew what the shin was. It turns out not. It looks like, yeah, I get it now. But the top part of the arm is the symbol of the shanu, eternity. Also the woman's womb, again, eternity. The cartouche represents a rope. Remember that knot that ties heaven and earth together, mortal and immortal together, spirit and matter together, that's the Shanu knot. Now, that's the rope that ties the Katush, or I mean the Shanu. Again, it's the rope of sunlight, or what they call life force, harnessed into the form of a circle. It is, watch this, it is the most impregnable structure to protect what? One's name. Honor in the name against what? Attack. The name of this author is enclosed in a cartouche in the front page of this book. Dr. Muata Ashby put it in cartouche. That it should stay forever. Why? Out of respect and reverence. That's the lesson. I see I took a little long with this, but I hope you got the 9 parts because now I'm about to talk about the heart. I'll be back in 1 second, but that's the lesson for now. Right thinkers, may you understand all 9 parts of the experience, and may you all live to be 100, me 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thinkers like you have passed away. I'll be back. We about to talk about the heart.